Hey everyone, back again, another video, doing some Goose Pimples again. This is 9 scary videos more baffling than your tax bill. I personally don't have an issue doing taxes. I do wish that, they were simpler and the amount of money I pay in taxes, for my employment here is redonkulous. uh, I pay in like $46,000 in taxes. That's what I'm paying in. So, yeah. So it. I mean, I'm working, and every month is 170 plus hours of overtime. Yeah. So you do the math. So let's get into this one real quick here.
Imagine waking up to your motion sensors blaring up like crazy, only to look through your live security feed and find something so bizarre it makes you question if you're still dreaming. Take a look at the terrifying sight this man saw in his front yard. As he goes through the feed, he sees this strange figure walking around nonchalantly at stupid o'clock. But that isn't the scariest detail about the footage. The woman, or whatever it was donning an attire straight out of the 18th century. While the grainy video makes it easy to dismiss as someone in a Halloween costume trying to give us the runaround, what if it was something way more sinister? Besides, why would anyone dress up in period clothes?
Okay, so that's video from a ring cam. So where was the infrared? Because ring cams have infrared and they sense motion. So why didn't the infrared turn on? I mean, the video itself. It changes viewing angles. It has multiple different viewing angles. So that tells me that it wasn't a camera, but probably more of a actual camera, and that they set it up to make a video like this. Because I mean, one angle you're getting one part of the wall, another angle you're getting this part of the wall. It's too direct for it to be a ring camera.
He sees this strange figure walking around nonchalantly at stupid o'clock, but that isn't the scare that makes it easy to dismiss as someone in a Halloween costume.
Yeah, the camera's getting this portion of the wall, and then it's getting this portion of the wall, and it's changing the angle. I mean, you're looking at the background images, not just what's featured, the person, but looking at the objects in the background. The angle of it changes. First, you're kind of looking level, and then you're looking down, and then you're looking up. It's like a camera mounted on the wall isn't going to raise and lower and change angles This is somebody setting something up.
trying to give us the wander around other people's property at such an ungodly hour. Or could his camera have captured the apparition of an age-long terror? With very little known about the location's backstory, we'll leave this eerie mystery for you to decide. Number 8. The baffling downpour. You've heard of hail, ashes, and maybe even meteorites falling from the sky, but the people in this neighborhood witnessed something utterly ridiculous and straight out of apocalyptic prophecy, dropped right out of the blue. Trust me, you've got to see this.
This is
to
the birds
believe
or the
it.
locusts?
Take a look.
Oh.
These neighbours watched in total disbelief as fish rained down onto their roads like something straight out of a bizarre fever dream. It's as if a plane carrying a load of fish had crashed, and the fish, without parachutes, just decided to take the plunge. You can just imagine their mix of shock and amusement as they suddenly found themselves with more fish than the luckiest anglers. But seriously, what's going on here? A supernatural and amused players watched in blue. Trust me, you've got to see this to believe it.
Okay, so let's do this some frame by frame here, because this is a little. No, not that one. This one. Yeah. This is a TikTok edit, mainly because these fish, these three in particular, are floating above the water, and there's no reflections of the fish in the water, and I want you to look at the reflection of the white cars, especially right here, where the reflection is cut in half, and then this whole portion here is blurred. Clear, concise. And then look at the fish back there. Look at this reflection, and then you look at this blurred out here, and then you look at this one blurred out here. These are added in post-production, and it's flopping, but it is moving with the camera. It's moving with the camera. And then right yeah, there's a change in this fish as he gets closer. You notice how everything in the background is blurred except for the fish. The fish are clear. You can actually see pixel differences around the outer edge of the fish. Yeah, that he threw a fish in the road and then edited the video. The fish that's flopping on that side over there, it's in the water, but the water isn't slapping around. Yeah, the fish disappears, then reappears. Yeah.
It's as if an immune fish frenzy, courtesy of the gods of the sky, or maybe something more down to earth, like a tornado scoop. A poltergeist told me you enjoy scary videos like this, but don't subscribe just yet. We'll earn your subscription by the end of this scary compilation. Number 7. Witchcraft Cleansing. This next video left both skeptics and some believers of the supernatural scratching their heads in confusion, and it did just that for us as we watched and cringed. Take a look.
Sigue diciendo ahí, trate de vomitar. Echa la cabeza un poquito para abajo. No, ya, no digas más. Ahora trate de vomitar. Trate de vomitar. Dale, dale.
Okay, so she took a seemingly unbroken egg, chicken egg, cracks it on the end of the bowl, and then shoves it into his mouth, pretty much forcing him to choke on it. And then she's sticking her finger in it and breaking it apart, and then peeling hair and stuff out of his throat, clearing him of the demons and possessions and the evil spirits. And it's like, all it is you take a real egg, you put a small hole in it, get the egg shit out, you cut it open very delicately with you know those little tappy deals when they do the egg, and you tap it and it makes the perfect circle. Yeah, one of those, and then you glue it with a special glue. You just put baking soda on it and it seals the hole and makes it look like normal egg, and that's all they're doing. All that stuff was put into his mouth with the egg. Now she's pulling out parts of the egg.
The man appears to have something stuck in his throat, and the other man crudely uses his hand to extract this thing Upon inspection and cooperation with the comments about the video, it turns out that the man had hair removed from his throat. How the hell did he get that stuck there?
Yeah, he wasn't choking on the hair. This is a cleansing thing. He's supposedly possessed by an evil spirit. I've seen these things across multiple paranormal videos. Destination Unknown. What was that? Josh Gates and his team, they've seen this and stuff. It's widely known.
He wasn't experimenting with a new bolognese recipe with Portugal and Spain. It's believed that these unfortunate individuals are victims.
Yeah, okay.
This lady fell under such attack, and she vomited what appeared to be a live frog during the cleansing ritual, while some witchcraft victims are trying.
The frog one, that was the daughter of the woman that was doing the cleanse, and she's like, my daughter is possessed, let me show you how I can clear her. And it's like the daughter just had the frog in her mouth, and then they filmed that part and everybody's like, oh my god, she's the real deal,
to take hair out of their mouths. This doll supposedly was all for eating it.
Yeah, that was the doll that made Boom Boom. You fed it a specific Play-Doh made foods, and it had a grinder in it, and then it would grind it up and push it out through the backside, and then you changed the baby. But kids had their hair caught in it, it would eat their hair, and parents sued, and there's a complete recall on it, and they were banned from being sold in the US.
Of course, this is only a joke, because that doll must have a mechanism. But still, the hair and animal coming off the throats is something pretty hard to explain, especially when it's so popular in countries like Portugal and Spain. But what do you think? Have you heard about these stories before? Number 6. Cryptid sightings. Sometimes
Here we go.
people spot things so mysterious that they turn to social media to find answers, as their own reasoning falls short. The man in the video you're about to watch caught one such baffling sight on his security camera.
Oh yeah, this is the yeah, I've seen this one. Yeah, let's go back to the beginning.
On his security camera.
Okay, let's bring it in slowly here. So you can see the long pointed arms, but it's also kind of like walking on its knees. And it's doing the camel walk where the left arm and left leg move at the same time and then the right and right move at the same time. But I mean, it'd be one thing if you could see like hands and fingers, but you can't. I mean, it's extremely difficult on night vision to get something to match skin to skin. Like if you put on like a full costume, it has to cover everything, because you can tell the difference between the skin tone and a shirt or a sleeve or socks. Like you can't see any hands or fingers, and you can't see feet. Like you've got this. This looks like the thigh and a knee, but then this side over here looks like a knee and an ankle, but no foot. And it's like, I'm not seeing fingertips or thumbs or anything. And then it gets up. Yeah, it was kneeling on the left knee. I mean, you've got, let's see, judging distance. Wow, it really moves right there. Like, from here to here, that's pretty quick, but not out of the realm of possibilities. Then from here to here is okay, but then all of a sudden here, I mean, we're literally one frame of difference, and all of a sudden it's facing the opposite direction. And the leg doesn't even move properly. I mean, this one I'm up in the air about. I'm up in the air on this one. Unless it's a really drunk dude naked, I don't know.
During a routine security footage review, he noticed that his camera caught something that looked like a person on all fours before it swiftly walked away. Several unsettling details stood out. The figure, though seemingly human and dressed in clothes, appeared disjointed. Notice how the arms looked separated from the rest of the body. Secondly, the image was only visible under infrared night vision, even though the camera had a human detection setting that wasn't triggered. Who or what could this be? Was it just a distorted figure of someone trying to avoid the camera? Could it have been a mechanical fault?
That was unnecessary flicker.
Heck, a cryptid. While we were scratching our heads like a cat on a scratching pole over this one, we found this video that would send shivers down the spine of even the greatest skeptic.
So, are they naked?
This strange figure was caught snooping around a
Yeah, let's go back.
spine of even the greatest skeptic.
Okay. This seems like one of those people. We've all seen the video of the woman that runs on all fours because she thinks she's an animal, and then you have that the kid at the airport that thinks it's a fox jumping around and bouncing around. I'm wondering if this is one of those types of people, and they're just out for a jog naked. Because there's no clothes on that. Yeah. Especially when you get to this side over here. Yeah, you can see hip bones. Yeah, that's a naked person. That person is bare ass naked.
This strange figure was caught snooping around. Skeptics believe this was just a scrawny, naked man escaping a pretty sticky situation. But what if...
Yeah, I'd say that this is just a person that's doing the I'm an animal bit.
What if it was something more sinister? How do you explain the extremely tiny waist or underdeveloped legs? While these were two different instances,
I know plenty of people that are skinny like that. It's not hard to be that way.
could this second video prove that what the man saw on his CCTV was something other than a human? Or do we all agree there was nothing more than a skinny man running around like a primitive beast, and the first video was a bluff? Your call. Number 5. Haunted. Being a one-man paranormal investigator who explores an apparent haunted location at stupid o'clock for your teeming fans is all fun and games until the paranormal comes back to bite you in the ass.
I think I've seen this one.
잠깐만.
Yeah, seen this one.
Not long after he made his way inside the old abandoned house, he saw the mirror swaying rather rigorously from side to side, and this wasn't as a result of the wind. It felt more like a phantom hand, and when he goes to investigate, no one or nothing is there.
사람입니까?
Yeah, that's forced fake breathing. You can tell when a person is scared. I mean, the forced heavy breathing is stressed and strained, whereas actual heavy breathing comes naturally because it is natural.
가지마. 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 어? 가지마. 가지마. 가지마.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a cut in there.
following the figure he saw through the door, he goes to check it out, without stopping to think that he might be falling into a trap. Anything for his channel, I guess. But boy, was that the beginning of the downward spiral of an eventful, spooked-filled night.
뭡니까? 뭐? 저기 뭐야? 와! 거기 누굽니까?
Okay, so for starters, this cabinet doesn't go here. In their culture, you can't have something covering the window like this. It's bad news. So, also, if you look at the size of the window, there's a whole opening hidden behind here, probably about, here. So you have, a foot or so of window where there's a big opening here. Everything's pulling from behind this corner, and everything's back behind here. So there's somebody obviously on this portion of the wall, behind this cabinet, behind that wall, reaching through and pulling stuff. Yeah, this is filmed in their version of POV. This is the same vision setup POV style that you get for the old Resident Evil games. This is what they do for POV. This is they're highly known for it. Yeah, person's already gone.
After following the entity into a quiet room, wasn't alone in the house how long. So he pressed on, investigating.
Yeah, blah blah blah.
뭐야? 뭐야? 너 뭐야? 거기 있어. 너 진짜 이씨야. 너 거기 있어.
Yeah. Forced heavy breathing, forced shaky cam, not focusing on anything at all.
Eerie act. The figure appears behind the door partition, as if taunting him for the exit before things could get ugly. Now, let's analyze his night at this. Wasn't doing with a psychic. Rather give him the benefit of the doubt. He's alive. But hey, kudos to him for taking these brave expeditions.
Yeah, every video is
places
exactly the same.
Many wouldn't dare to venture. Real poltergeist at number 4. The Strange Man. When this dude's dog developed a habit of always freaking out at an ungodly hour, he decided to install a security camera to find out why. But what he found only led to more questions than answers. Take a look.
Yeah, somebody running with a flashlight.
We know you must be as confused as we were when we first saw the clip, but don't worry, we'll put some context to what happened here. Apparently, his dog saw this strange figure walking past a house in the dead of the night and went berserks. As usual, the dog followed this figure before they seemed to vanish into the night. Meanwhile, the owner told him he only discovered this description. Did you notice how the left side of the video has a light source and the other is in the shadow?
Yeah, so that's a person running. This is the light source from the house. Infrared camera, can't see that far. It's trying to make out what the hell's going on. It's a person running through the backyard with a flashlight, probably searching for their own loose dog. Who knows? But that's just a real person running with a flashlight.
Making it appear obscured or blurry. Could this vanishing act be a result of the figure blending with the background of the darker area? If so, how do we explain why the owner reportedly did not see or hear anyone that day? It's a real head scratcher. So we'll leave it to you.
Yeah, they didn't see anybody see or hear anybody because they were asleep. They didn't see anything because by the time the dog was reacting and barking, the person was already probably about here and out of sight. By the time the person got up to look, the person that was running through the yard is already 4 houses down.
To this in the world, and probably checking some things off your bucket list by visiting all your dream locations, only to decide to see the most secluded areas alone at stupid o'clock. Well, that's the deal of the lady you're about to watch. This is one of those days when she explored Japan after midnight, all by herself.
Y la leí completa y al final decía eso, sí, de que se te va a aparecer. Personalmente jamás se me apareció, amigos. Entonces, tampoco creo como mucho en eso. Amigos, estaba en este callejón y vi como alguien asomarse de la ventana y me sacó un pedote. O sea, pudo haber sido una persona real, obvio, pero no sé, qué casualidad que justo cuando estoy hablando de esto aparece ahí alguien. No lo sé, amigos. Ya estoy viendo cosas. Pero bueno, el punto es que pues esta es la historia de este espíritu, que de por cierto aquí se les llaman yokai, específicamente a los que te quieren hacer daño, digamos, a los espíritus malignos.
After spending a couple of weeks in Japan, this YouTuber, not Zara, thought it was wise to talk about the various Japanese urban legends, questioning if they held water as she walked through the streets alone. It starts off pretty well, until she gets this feeling that someone is watching her from a window. From there, her senses heightened, and things got pretty intense, fast.
Esta creo que no. O sea, hay unas que me suena que podría ser, pero esta se me hace como muy así de que... No lo sé, Rick, parece falso. Pero bueno, ay, hace mucho frío, amigos. Bueno, es que no es la 1 de la mañana, ¿no? También yo. También hay un...
Yeah, she's talking about just going up and ringing a person's doorbell and seeing who's there. In Japan, if you do that, that's very insulting. They don't like talking to people. They're not like Americans. See, Americans, we go places and we want to talk to people. We interject ourselves into everybody's conversations. That's just who we are. We're idiots. But you go to Japan, China, anywhere in the Middle East, you go to Europe and all that stuff, people mind their fucking business. Americans, we get in everybody's business. Even the Hispanic culture, same thing. So her talking about wanting to go and ring the bell, that's one way of having the cops called on you, because if you don't know a person and you ring the bell in Japan and you basically harass them, you can actually go to jail for that in that country.
Güey, como... Acá, ¿vieron eso? Güey, hay como una sombra atrás de mí, pero como que siento que se está acercando más rápido a mí. No, no.
Midway through her video, she notices this figure walking briskly towards her before mysteriously going poof. Coincidentally, she was just talking about a ghost believed to lurk the streets at night called Rokaru Kabai. So, we can understand her paranoia. And when she thought her night couldn't get spookier, this happens.
Como que la vas a poder ver así como rápido, por el rabillo del ojo, por como de reflejo, en reflejos de espejos, superficies. Vaya. Oye, escuché como pasos. A ver, yo no estoy en una bañera, compadre. Yo no. Ok. Hoy no hay nadie, o sea, de que literal no. O sea, no hay nadie. Anyways, como les decía.
She hears approaching footsteps, and she turns to see who or what it is. She sees nothing. But did you notice how her hair got blown by the wind as she turned? At that moment, she was sharing the ritual rites of summoning a ghost who was believed to stalk whoever summoned it, although she claimed to have omitted some parts of the ritual, because she had inadvertently invoked this spirit on herself. Well, this is where it gets bizarre.
Tienes que repetirlo, tienes que volver a meterte a la bañera a la misma hora, hacer los mismos pasos, decir otra vez su nombre 3 veces, y entonces así el fantasma va a entender qué es eso. Es una persona que está como parada
Yeah, that's somebody looking at their phone.
bien raro y está viendo hacia acá.
They're
Güey,
facing away from the camera.
o sea, no se mueve. No se mueve. Güey, ¿por qué no se mueve?
She encounters some
Yeah, you can see the person's looking down at their phone, and when they start to turn slightly, you can see their face lit up.
something or someone dressed in an all-black bodysuit trying to light a cigarette. However, this figure has an eerie feeling, as it doesn't move or flinch on a cold night. And when she zoomed in on the image, this person or thing seemed to have an elongated face.
It's not a face, that's literally like a design on their shirt.
On land. Or was
It's
she just being
ridiculous.
paranoid and her mind playing tricks on her?
Just being paranoid.
You be the judge. Number 2. Hospital night shift. While working a night shift alone, this security guard started hearing strange noises in the reception area. Knowing that the things she was seeing and hearing would be hard to explain to her colleagues the following day, she decided to whip out her phone and record what she saw. Here's what was caught.
Esto lo voy a dejar registrado porque son 16 de diciembre, 11 de la noche. Bueno, mira, esta wea está pasando hace mucho rato y yo acá estoy sola, wea. No hay nadie.
Who or what moved that wheelchair? Since when did wheelchairs have self-driving features? Or did someone push it as she panned the camera away? Jump cuts? Probably. But given the history
Yeah.
of hospitals as paranormal hotspots, we tend to push it as she panned.
There is a jump there. There is a slight jump.
Probably. But given the history of hospitals as paranormal hotspots, we tend to lean towards the theory that something pushed it, but don't take our word for it. Share your thoughts in the comments. Thing pushed it, but don't play. But given the history of hospital in the comments.
Let's see. Yeah, there is a slight jump in there. There is. So,
Steps coming from inside a closet in the attic. The sound of someone walking when it is evident they have nowhere to go.
Number 1. Late night creeps. Get ready to have your hearts racing like a sprinter on steroids with this video of a man on the receiving end of some paranormal attention.
yeah, I've seen this one.
Although short, this is one hell of a scary video. Did you spot the paranormal Easter egg towards the end? As if the knocking and door opening by...
Yeah. Door opens. Going frame by frame here, trying to see what's going on. Because the thing pops up over the door, but it looks too goofy to be real, at least. Yeah.
Not to mention how abrupt door opening, but although short...
Yeah, that... There's a lot of background change. There's a lot of background change in this white portion of the wall. I mean, and the face itself doesn't really match the door, especially because, you know, from here to here, and the way that there's pixelization around the top of the head, it tells me that it was added post-production. Yeah.
And door opening by itself
Yeah.
wasn't terrifying enough. Such videos. The fact that this was the only clip uploaded of the encounter.
Yeah, they basically tried to get some likes and shares and follows, earn a little bit of revenue, and didn't work out to their favor. But yeah, that's it for this one. Some pretty decent ones in there, but nothing really scary about it. I mean, it takes a lot to scare me. But Yeah, for those interested in the paranormal and like watching the older paranormal shows, go on Freevee. Freevee has the original Ghost Hunters, but it is an actual Ghost Hunters channel where at 24/7, 365, it plays nothing but Ghost Hunters. That's it. That's all they play. So hop on there, watch. Maybe one of these days they'll actually put it back on the air and give them their own show. I know Jason Hawes and them are seeking a new contract with any kind of production company that is willing to let them do it as they see fit and not try and control everything like sci-fi and travel did. So that's it for this one. See you guys later.